Hi everyone, so I thought I'd pop on here today and we could chat a little bit about festive beauty picks. I've had a few different people asking me kind of various beauty questions related to Christmas products, so I thought I would just incorporate it all in one video for you. So I'm going to start with fragrance first because I've only got one of those, and my go-to fragrance every year around Christmas time is this one, which is by Nina Ricci, and it's just called Nina by Nina Ricci. And I always used to wear this when I was a teenager, weirdly, and then years ago I've pulled the top off and now I can't spray it. Wait a minute. How do these things always happen to me when I'm filming? Yeah, I hadn't worn it for ages and ages, and then I got sent it a few years ago. And for some reason it's one that I always gravitate to at Christmas time because it's sweet and kind of crisp and appley, and it just smells like Christmas to me. But it's not like you know, like you think of typical Christmas smells, so like, I don't know, mulled wine and gingerbread and like cloves and cinnamon. They're not necessarily like a perfume smell that you want to smell of, but I don't necessarily like things that are too sweet in my fragrance either. So it's finding a nice balance between the two that I have to be able to find, because I want to embrace something being a bit Christmassy. But it's just really nice. It is really kind of crisp and appley and sweet, but it's got a little bit of that kind of watery appleness to it. If that makes any sense at all, probably doesn't. Then the obvious choice for Christmas beauty is red lipsticks. I always do a red lip during Christmas. I don't know why, it's just always been something that I've done. And this year especially, I'm fiddling around with the lighting because it's washing me out somewhat, but whatever. This year I'm actually doing 25 red lips in 25 days over on Instagram, so go and have a look at it on there if you're interested. But two of my favourites, this is a long time favourite of mine, and this is the Urban Decay Vice liquid lipstick in the shade 714, which looks like that, and it's kind of like a nice hot tomato red. It's very matte, but I think you need that this time of year when you're really busy and you're eating and drinking more than you ordinarily would. And then a new favourite of mine is this one from Fenty, and it is in the shade Uncensored, which looks like that. Isn't that just beautiful? I just absolutely love it, and the applicator is so luxurious, the formula is gorgeous, and the colour is really flattering on. And I always go in with a red lip liner first. Today I'm wearing MAC's Cherry just all over my lips, but I usually do a lip liner first and then go in with that, and it works beautifully. One thing I did want to touch on actually was my foundation picks this time of year, because I do treat it slightly differently, purely because two things. Number one, I think you need something to stay on your skin a reasonable amount of time during this time of year, because everyone's so busy. It is a really busy time of year. You're often going out from work at times that you wouldn't usually, or you're often having to like do stuff during the day, and you don't want to have to worry about if your makeup will stay put. So my go-to pick for that is Revlon Colour Stay. I do think it's a product that you have to work a little bit carefully with. It can look cakey very quickly. You have to use a small amount and you have to blend it quite well. But once you've put it there, it stays there and it keeps oil at bay, and it just works really well. So definitely one for, like, you know, if you're really busy and you have to go out after work, you can just touch that up a little bit and you're fine. But if you have skin that looks a little bit knackered, you're feeling a bit knackered, maybe on a weekend, but you've still got to go out and do your Christmas shopping, you want a bit of coverage, but you don't want to go for the full hog and do like full coverage foundation. You just want something that'll leave your skin tone out but make you look a bit better, but cover some sins going on, because let's face it, this time of year I think everyone looks a bit more tired, and my under eye bags at the moment are horrendous, like just really dark in a way that they aren't usually. Then you could not pick a better choice than the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I wear the shade medium. It's my all-time favourite. It looks beautiful. I'm not actually wearing it today. Today I'm wearing a Clarins tinted moisturiser just because I fancied a change, but this is just fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough, and it just gives you a nice even complexion, a little bit of dewiness, coverage. You look like you've got nice skin, your skin but better. Then I've also got a few interesting little picks for you in terms of eye makeup, because I think you have to kind of be, I'm just going to get them out, So you have to be a little bit careful with eye makeup if you're wearing a red lip. You don't want to go too kind of OTT with it because it can kind of start to look a little bit like just a bit crazy. So I always like to do something like what I've got on my eyes right now, which, because the light's so bright, you might not be able to tell super well, but it's just like a sort of slightly warm brown kind of tea stained eye, lots and lots of mascara. You could do a liquid liner, I didn't fancy doing one today. And the palette that I've been reaching towards a lot recently has been this one, which is the Zoeva Spice of Life palette, which looks like this. So for example, the shade I've got on today is that one. So I just popped that all over my lids, and then what I did was I went in with my MAC palette and I popped on this colour, which I'm probably not going to be able to remember what it's called off the top of my head. Oh, if I can get it out, I could tell you. Yeah, I've managed to get it out, so I'm going to tell you. It is Mythology from MAC. It's kind of like a coppery, more like a rose gold coppery colour, and I just popped that kind of on the inner part to just give a little bit of shimmer, and I think it works really nicely with the red lip. It's a nice balance. It's not too much, but I also think that like a naked eye with just tons and tons of mascara and a red lip looks really chic and really lovely. But if you do want to wear an eye colour and you want to amp it up a little bit, that's a really good option. Then for nail colours, this is where it gets really fun during this time of year. What I've got on right now, for example, I wanted to show you, is this. So, I don't know how well it's going to pick up on camera because it's very shimmery, but it's like a silver, and I've put some silver glitter on over the top. Ignore that, I was swatching something earlier. I've put on a silver glitter over the top, and I love this. I think it looks so festive and so beautiful. What it is the C&D Vinyl Luxe Weekly Polish. I love these nail polishes anyway, and this is in the shade Mercurial. I think that's what it's called. And it's just one of those like gorgeous duochromes, and then I put loads and loads of silver glitter on top of it, and I just love it. And okay, this nail polish has been on since Monday, and it's Sunday today, so nearly a week, and I've not got any chips or anything. It's still perfect. So I absolutely love it. Love that colour. Then a few other picks that I've got are, basically what I do this time of year is I just go for glitter. I am not into having false nails. I'm not into kind of having nail art or anything like that really, but this time of year I go for it with the glitter, usually all over my nails, where sometimes I'll just do like a, you know, like a little bit, but no, full time. This one I thought was really fun. This is the OPI nail polish in the shade Berry Fairy Fun, and I thought this, with this Essie glitter, this glitter is called Glow On Your Way, on top would be really gorgeous, because it would sort of look like a Christmas bauble, so you'd kind of have like Christmas bauble nails. That was my thinking with that combination. If you wanted something a little bit darker to go underneath but the same gold glitter, this one's really lovely. This is On Your Mistletoes by Essie, and it's just like a kind of deep bluey green. I've got a green nail polish from Essie as well. I can't think what it's called. I sometimes wear that one too, but I think this is a little bit more unexpected and a little bit more grown up. So that's beautiful. Another glitter that I particularly like, these are all Essie just because they're my favourite nail polish brand and I don't tend to use many others, is this colour, which is called, well, if I could see what the name was, that would be fantastic. Doesn't have an, oh, here it's on the top, Disco Ball. And it's kind of like a lilac-y rose gold glitter. So beautiful, and that goes well over pretty much anything, particularly if you like nudes and stuff and you want a more understated nail. That on top would look beautiful. A great red option that is already jam-packed full of glitter is this one, and it's in the shade Toggle to the Top, and this is like a deep burgundy red, and it's got lots of pink and purple glitter running through it. So it looks really lovely on the nails. I wore this last week and I got loads of compliments on it. And then your typical Christmas Day nail polish, which I think is what I'm going to do with the gold glitter on top, is this colour from Essie, and it's called Ring in the Bling. And it's just a deep, luxurious red colour with like a silver shimmer running through it. So gorgeous. It's like Christmas in a nail polish. I love embracing things like that. I think it's really, really fun to just do that with your nails. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your, I'm like going like that on my chair because I don't know. Let me know your beauty must-haves during this time of year. Do you change anything up in your routine? Do you consider things more in your routine? Do you just keep it the same? Do you embrace the glitter? Do you hate the glitter? I want to know. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Bye.